And welcome everybody. How's everybody doing today? Just set up here. Welcome. It's good to be back live in America. Back in the old USA. Get this adjusted here. Use light. How's everybody doing? Give everybody a few minutes to join us now that we're live, and hopefully we can stay live. We don't get shut down in the middle of the stream. So lots going on in the slot world. Welcome everybody, and good to hear from everyone. Give everybody a few minutes to join us, so I don't have to repeat myself. But thank you guys for joining. Lots of turmoil. Seems like every time we hit a new milestone, something new happens to us and others. So it's quite a shock. Just landed in Los Angeles and saw that we went down. So, well, thank you, Rosie, for the $50 super chat. And I actually was going to disable super chats, but I couldn't figure out in time how to do that. So, well, thank you very much, Rosie. But in the meantime, I'm going to suggest to everybody do not send super chats, just because if the channel does get taken down, or until we have a solid answer from YouTube what's going on, unfortunately, they keep the money, and the only one profiting off of the super chats is YouTube. So just so everybody knows, like I said, we're going to on it. So, but it's good to be back, and hopefully we can solve some of the answers. Like I said, we still don't know 100% for sure exactly what's going on, but we know what's going on with our channel, and we can kind of tell you what our plan is. We're not going anywhere. We're not going to close up shop. It is possible that I build my own streaming platform and compete against YouTube one day, but that probably won't happen anytime soon. So besides it being an option, it's not a reality. Brandy, hello. Brandy likes to join us today. She's here in the studio. Oh, there she goes. So she's very excited to see me get home. But yeah, so looks like everybody's in, and good to see, wow, over 1,000, almost 1,100 people. Thank you guys. So a few things. As far as YouTube goes, obviously we've appealed it. We have also spoken to our YouTube rep. Unfortunately, our YouTube rep was out of the country. Well, in Canada. He has returned. He'll be in the office tomorrow, so he did start working on it, but he didn't have any answers. It was also very random for a Sunday afternoon for this to happen. That's not usually, so it could be somebody outside their scope of duty, or somebody who was trigger happy. We have no idea. We also are with an agency. A lot of YouTube channels, once they get large or have a big following, use agencies to promote. So basically the way the agency business works is YouTube allows agencies to sell direct advertising on your videos. So where you see some videos that have different advertisers or different things, we're with an agency that has access to our channel to sell direct advertising. So that agency also, very large agency, over 900 employees, was a former YouTube employee and ran one of their big pieces until they left and started their agency. So their operations team is also working on it for us to find an answer, because they're not happy, because they have a whole team of people selling advertising and doing stuff. But here's what our plan is. So I mean, really doesn't. Until we have answers from YouTube, a lot of people want to know what's going on. Are we doing events? Are we, doing this? Are we doing that? Are we closing Patreon, opening? So as far as streaming goes, obviously YouTube is one of the best platforms out there. There is other platforms. Facebook has the same rules pretty much, as well as Twitch, as YouTube does. And usually Facebook is a lot stricter than YouTube. To me, going live on YouTube on the public fan page, I don't think is a very good option, and I think YouTube will shut it down faster than anybody long term. YouTube is very against gambling, and that's just how it is. Twitch usually, and will follow what YouTube does. So yeah, while some channels may be on Twitch right now, obviously as you get larger, have bigger followings and audiences, is where the problems happen. The biggest problem with Twitch, and we've streamed on Twitch a few times, it's just not the most user friendliest. And we'll test it out again. I think we have about 600-700 people on our Twitch already. But it's not user friendly. It's obviously not monetizable for a long time. Just like Facebook has Facebook ads, you can run ads every 4 minutes. I mean, there's different things. But like Facebook and a lot of those other stuff, after the fact, Facebook doesn't really promote your video to bring people back to it every day or do stuff. Like I said, I don't think it's a long-term solution, and I don't feel like spending a year working on building up Twitch and Facebook and other stuff. Like I said, Facebook I definitely think is definitely not an option, and not we'll do what we do on Facebook now, see where it goes, but we're not going to spend a lot of effort and time trying to live stream on our Facebook fan page. Twitch, like I said, we have streamed on it. It's not user friendly for most. What YouTube has that is very big is YouTube has every person in the world pretty much knows how to use YouTube and has it, especially a lot of older people. It's very simple, easy to use, has, millions and millions of people on it, helps to find videos and do stuff. So, like I said, not a lot of faith in it. Yeah, Brandy's very excited. It's very weird. Brandy, like if she hears noise, gets really excited. Like especially like if I'm on the phone and it's on speakerphone, she'll start barking. This dog won't bark or do anything. As soon as I have a phone call and start barking, she gets crazy. So I have JoJo chasing her around for us. So, but yeah. So basically, you need something like YouTube to help people find your channel. Facebook, unless you're doing paid advertisement, doesn't really help you find your channel. Same with Twitch and different stuff, as well as Twitch is flooded with people. They don't really have a gaming channel. It's like I said, not as user friendly. We do have a Twitch. We're going to try it again. We'll see where it goes. But bottom line is, I don't have a lot of faith in those things. We have explored other options. There is other platforms out there. Same thing. Those platforms aren't going to help grow a channel. They're going to help for the users that we already have on our channel, that we say, hey, here's a new link, go watch us on this platform. But that's about all it's going to do. So, that's my take on that stuff. What our plan is, like I said, until we know something more specific from YouTube, we don't know for sure if, a lot of rumors out there. The video, we posted in our Patreon group, the video that got taken down was a video from January. It was actually one of our top 5 videos, and it was a $250 lightning link at the Cosmo. Of course, YouTube and their stuff, when they say what happened, it says, abusive content, drugs, or violence. Well, there was definitely no violent acts during our video. Nobody was hurt or injured. As far as drugs go, yes, we tease around about T420 and different things, but nobody's ever seen us on our channel using drugs, doing drugs, or smoking drugs. And there's nothing against joking around about T420, so that rumor you can rule out. People have had rumors about links, websites linking to different things. Our website was 100% verified. It had the YouTube pixel on it. Was fully verified for one.com. So linking people to that shouldn't have been an issue. And usually if it's a link issue or advertiser issue, usually YouTube will contact the creator to either remove those videos or remove those links. They're not just going to shut the entire channel down. Obviously, the message was, when you get shut down, it says, abuse, violence, drug related, or previous problems. We actually didn't have any previous problems. We had 2 community strikes previously. Out of those 2 community strikes, we won both appeals. The first community strike was a little bit stronger. It took us about, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks to win that appeal. The last community strike was another jealous slot channel. Put out a smear campaign, which could be half the problems for YouTube getting flooded with complaints by all these people and channels. Who knows what they're looking at? But that complaint was on a 5-hour video that had nothing wrong with it. Just probably an automated system that if 1,000 people report it, it's going to cause YouTube to automatically just shut down a video. Most accounts, if they had a community strike, doesn't really affect what they do because they don't go live. So the next issue and problem that we face by what we're doing by going live. So if you get a normal community strike and you get a community strike, they don't, like I said, it doesn't affect you. You can still upload your daily videos. You can still do whatever. Because we are one of less than 1% of YouTube channels that does go live. Obviously, if you have a strike and you can't go live for the 90 days that the strike lasts, it is damaging to your channel. But we won that appeal. We got suspended on a Wednesday, or the video got the strike on a Wednesday, and by Saturday, we were unsuspended. We won that appeal. So for YouTube to say because of repeated problems or community strikes, that would be non-existence of a reason because we didn't have any strikes against our account. One, we definitely didn't have any active strikes against our account, and the 2 that we did have, both were won during an appeal. So definitely, yes, Brandy, would you like to say something? So definitely nothing there that would have caused it. Also, like I said, Texas Slaughter, thanks for the super chats. Currently, like I said, we're going to deactivate the super chats or have it figured out by tomorrow. We don't want, until we know what's going on, there's no reason to keep giving money to YouTube. If a channel does get suspended or shut down, they do, keep your money. So, it's unfortunately how it works. But it is what it is. So as far as that goes, so basically what our plan is until we have more answers and stuff, because a lot of people have been asking, all events that we have planned are still on. Although the Las Vegas group, our event, June 19th, will still be there. I'm going to do some $1,000 pools stuff in our Patreon group for our Patreons, just because I promised them. But I'm not, if our channel's not back by then, I don't think it's appropriate to celebrate 100,000 subscribers because we don't have them and it's not an active channel and it kind of defeats the whole purpose. But I still am going to go play. I'm still going to have live play, definitely in our Patreon group, and for everybody to watch. We also don't know how long, this channel, any channel, everybody's channel could stay up. Nobody has any clue. So, we're going to obviously hope that our other channels stay up, especially Raja Slots, it's been online since 2013. But we are launching a new channel, if one of our mods could share the link, which is the Big Jackpot News channel. And that channel is going to be just for our weekly updates, information about the Big Jackpot, maybe before we go live at the casino, information, different things, let people know what channel we're going to be on, where we're going to be. Like I said, it will be gambling related as far as having gambling chat and different stuff on it, but it's definitely not going to show any slot play, any machines, anything. So that way that channel doesn't have to worry about breaking any guidelines of YouTube. So that's about the best solution we can come up with temporarily so that everybody can be notified and keep track. So I would definitely ask, there's 1,300 people watching us live tonight. Hopefully 1,300 of you will click the new channel link, subscribe, click the gray bells so that you can have all our, have our information, know when we are live, know what's going on and everything. As far as Raja Slots goes, make sure you subscribe to this channel, click the gray bell. We will do some live play until we have an idea exactly what's going on. We obviously don't want to lose this channel right away, but we do have other, we do have commitments to casinos and different things to stream live. So we have to figure out a way to do that. We until we also have a better idea, we probably aren't going to book a lot of new things, just because it doesn't make sense for us to travel the world and go all over the place if we can't stream. But we will still continue to play, weekly while we're here locally. If we happen to be in another, place with a casino, we'll still obviously play. But just so everybody can be clear, we will be in Vegas June 19th and 20th still to play, most likely at the Cosmo, possibly at Aria. But like I said, most likely the Cosmo. If people need hosts or help, they can get with Brian in Denver. We can definitely help you with accommodations and rooms like usual. Our Patreon members, I think this is great news for you. You guys are going to see a lot of live play. Tomorrow night, we will have live play. We'll be at the Lodge Casino. We may go live on Raja Slots for a little while, but most of tomorrow night's live play will definitely be on the Patreon group. We had talked about shutting Patreon down on the first of the month. Patreon has fixed the issues that we had with them. Patreon we're in good standing with. We're not in fear of losing anything on Patreon. And now Patreon, the main problem with Patreon that we had was it provided billing at the end of the month. So the issue with that was people would sign up to one of our events and then watch it and then cancel, which we didn't think was fair to the people who have been loyal supporters. So Patreon has now enabled when you sign up, you pay your monthly. You can sign up for $2 and then cancel, but at least you're making a commitment and you're not just trying to scam the system. We just thought that was not proper for them to allow to take place and for people to do. So you can become a Patreon member. Some of the lower levels are filling up fast, and once they're full, there's different levels. But right now, for $2 a month, you can be a Patreon and have access. Like I said, a lot of our play is going to move to the Patreon group, which I actually think is probably better because, Patreon is mostly all supporters and everybody, I think, is going to be very happy and, a lot less complainers there and trolls. So in our group, so it should be definitely a good experience. And I seem to have better luck in our Patreon play. But just to clarify everything, June 19th. Just clarify, I guess, live play tomorrow night from the Lodge Casino in Blackhawk. Either on Raja Slots, partially on Raja Slots, definitely on our Patreon group. We also have a Patreon group pull tomorrow night, I think for around 20,000 plus. That will go on. The following week, we're at Monarch Casino in Blackhawk, so we'll definitely be there again for live play. The week after that is Las Vegas. Hopefully we have our channel back and we can celebrate $1,000 pulls. Otherwise, I will definitely, because I promised our Patreon members, definitely do some $1,000 pulls for you guys to watch and enjoy. And we'll definitely gonna have some high stakes gambling. Hopefully by then we have some clarification out of YouTube. But no matter what, we'll be there if you're coming out, and we'll have a good time and business as usual and life will go on. This isn't my livelihood. It's a hobby that's turned into a lot of work. It started out as something fun to do, and it's just aggravating. I was at in the first issue, I was at a conference trying to get business done, and we had a smear campaign video, just complete lies and falsified information come out, and you guys can only imagine when you have at the time 85,000 subs, blowing you up. We have our Patreon page, we have communications. I thank you guys all so much for your support. But I don't need thousands of people hitting me up every day. Are you going live? Or that's why we try and give you guys a good communication tools in our groups, so that you guys know everything happening. I'm always there for you guys, but it does get overwhelming. And if I have to spend my whole day replying to people and dealing with all these other things that always happen. It unfortunately makes my work life, which is actually very rewarding for me, which gives me the ability to gamble, become a headache at times. So definitely. Don't want to, like I said, it's not, trying to be upset anyone, because I know somebody will then probably message me. Fine, I won't message you anymore. But we're here for you guys. We try and, post everything publicly, especially in our Patreon group, so that you guys have, and that's the whole point of Patreon. You guys have access to us 24/7, me, T, Brian, Jeremy, the Mod Squad. And we can answer most all of your questions, and then everybody can see the answer if it's an important question. So we have that, and please use it. That's why we have it and stuff. And as far as bonsai, just I know you're always messaging to please send you booty pictures. That's okay. You can keep messaging that. No, just kidding. So no, like I said, I appreciate everybody's support, but it does get overwhelming, and and unlike other channels, I do try and respond to everybody, because I don't want you to think I'm blowing you off, or we're just after your $2 super chats or donations. That's not what we do. That's not what it's about. But like I said, I'm trying to use my time in the most valuable ways, and keep everything moving forward in our events and different things that we have going on. So we have all that. After that, our next big event, we have Live Play Vegas, and then obviously in Atlantis, Reno, we're gonna have 2 or 3 group pulls, July 17th and 18th for my birthday weekend. That is still going forward. We will all be there. The whole crew is gonna be there. Brandy's not gonna be there, so she's a little upset right now. Maybe if you stop barking, I'll bring you. Yeah? Oh, you don't want to go? Huh? So Brandy's very upset about Reno. She wants me here for my birthday, but yeah, Reno's fully on. If you guys need host help or anything, just get with Brian in Denver. We have a wonderful host at the Atlantis Casino, Aubrey. They will get you comp rooms. They're also letting everybody play in a $15,000 slot tournament with over 100, which is normally $150 entry fee. They're waiving that for you if you live 50 miles away or further. So if you're a local person, they're not going to waive it, but outsiders who are joining us, they'll waive you for their fee for the slot tournament, as well as it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people are coming out for it. A lot of other slot channels. Hopefully we're back live on the Big Jackpot by then, and hopefully all these other slot channels that are joining us are still live and haven't had any issues. But a lot of channels like Sean from High Limit Slots, Dan from the Slot Sharks, possibly Bonsai from a review channel. I'm not sure if he's a slot channel. David from Steak and Steaks. He took away the slots because he doesn't want to get shut down. He's paranoid now. From Slots and Steaks. So they'll all be out there. We are planning the East Coast then a week or two after that at the end of July at Ocean Casino. As far as what we do at Ocean Casino, we don't know yet. They are totally swamped trying to get open. And they are not going to have any time to set anything up with us until after July 4th. So it's not going to give us a lot of time to work on it and to make plans. But we do plan to be there. And to what capacity or what we do out there, I don't know. As of right now, we probably won't know until after the July 4th weekend. But we definitely will, let you know what our plans are there. Like I said, in between all this, we'll continue live play. I am going to try and get to some other casinos just because there is some I want to see and check out. And that, will basically be, but we just want to let everybody know. So the big stuff to take out of this today, because hopefully I didn't confuse everyone more. One, make sure you subscribe to our new channel, the Big Jackpot News. That way you can get all our news no matter what. We shouldn't have any issues with that channel because it's not going to have any live play, slot play, anything that would be bannable by YouTube. It's just going to be our weekly updates and information channel. Maybe alert people when we are going to go live, where we'll be live so they can find us, different stuff. If you've ever thought about joining Patreon, this isn't a sales pitch, but I can tell you right now, Patreon isn't shutting us down. There's nothing wrong with our Patreon. And, we do our live streaming on a Facebook private group, so it's not violating any of Facebook's policies because it is a private group. It's not public. There's no minors in there. I mean, so unless everybody in the private group reported it, and if God forbid something crazy like that happened, or Facebook did have an issue, we have plenty of other streaming options to do our Patreon play on. If for some reason Facebook doesn't want to ever allow us to stream on there. Obviously, they're never going to take away the chat groups on Facebook or different things like that. But if there was ever some issue about streaming on the Facebook page, we have other options easily available to us now that we can move our live streaming to for all our Patreon members to watch and give them an authorization code into a system. We've already worked that out. We've actually been working on that ahead of all this because we had some other plans that we'll probably have to put on hold. But definitely on top of it and not going anywhere. Like I said, hopefully it all works out. Hopefully it works out, for the other channels that have been affected. There's probably some channels that haven't been affected that should be affected for causing half of these problems, but karma will get them one day. Otherwise, like I said, until we hear more from Facebook, we really have no idea. But we're gonna, do the best we can to keep the show going. We put up a post about tweeting, Facebook, I mean YouTube. Well, whether it does much or you get a canned response that just says submit a, appeal or stuff, who knows? Some people have had rumors and said it does work. Some say it doesn't. If I was a betting man, I would say probably tweeting YouTube, unless it's millions of people doing it, isn't going to make a difference. Writing into them, every little bit helps. Not going to tell anybody not to do something that could help us, but it's probably a very long shot helping us or any other channel asking you to do that. But like I said, we appreciate it. As I've stated, especially in our Patreon group, since you guys are, definitely some of our most loyalist followers, we don't need to do anything to any other channels. We're not about that. It's sad. People like Dixie Chicks and the slot buffoons or budget gamblers, whatever they are, and a few others, Dion slots have said these horrible rumors and spread all these rumors. Unfortunately, those are just miserable people who have nothing better to do. And they're going to continue to make up stories and say these things, and like I said, it's a shame, and it is what they do. Also, update on the Vegas low roller. A lot of people have asked about that. Like I said, do we know if he's behind these shutdowns? I have no idea. Definitely coincidence. 30 minutes or less after we were shut down by YouTube, his smear video was immediately removed from YouTube, and it wasn't removed because of YouTube. It was removed on himself. Whenever you go to a link on YouTube, if it says this video has been removed because of abuse or something, it'll state it. If the video just says it's not available, that just means the person blocked it on their own. So it wasn't because of YouTube. I saw some posts. I don't know. Like I said, very suspicious. He removed it. A lot of people have said different things. But the good news is, as people know, we know all the information about Daniel, our private investigators. We did try and, play his little game of sending to his mailing address, our lawsuit. We did successfully, then subpoena, get his information and stuff. Bottom line is we have all his information, everything about him, where he lives, what he drives, all his information, and his life is going to be miserable. We are going to come after him like no other. The other good news is because of our lawsuit and because of how we had to start the lawsuit with him, hiding behind his alias, it's become a John Doe lawsuit. So what that means is we actually are going to be able to subpoena YouTube for a lot more records and a lot more information related to everything. And, it's not going to be tomorrow, but hopefully in the long term, we're going to have a lot of good answers and a lot of knowledge about what really took place. And, so definitely going to shake some trees in the slot community, and especially for Vegas low roller. I don't think he's going to be a very happy person in the very near future. But that's just my opinion, and everybody's entitled to opinion, I guess, and can make videos and state their opinion. Unfortunately, I don't bluff. and I can tell you that I have the whereabouts and the wherewithal to keep my promise and make his life miserable legally, and I will. Nobody's going to do what he's done and the damage and harm to other people and get away with it. And we are going to make sure he doesn't. So everybody can let him know, and this video will be up, and he can watch it. And like I said, that's my opinion, and I'm happy to give it. So lots of stuff, so it should be a lot of stuff there on the front. You guys want to get a good seat for, and you'll see a lot more information coming out on that. But that's all I got for you guys. If anybody has any questions, I'll try and take a couple of questions. But basically, like I said, wanted to let everybody know that we're not going anywhere. We're still here. All these other events are still going to be moving forward. The 100,000 event will change a little bit. I'm definitely going to give my Patreon players some great stuff. So, like I said, if you've ever thought about joining Patreon, this is your opportunity. Great time to join it. One of the best slot communities in the world out there. Lots of fun, lots of great people. You're not going to be disappointed. That's all I can say about that. I say a lot of ums today. So sorry I look so tired. Heavily jet lagged. I got home last night about 9:30, and it's been non-stop since I was home, and obviously been dealing with this all day long. But I think we've dealt with it. Like I said, not much more we can do right now. We're going, wait for YouTube's reply. Hopefully it's good news for all of us. If it's not, we'll continue as we talked about. Please make sure you check out our new news channel, the Big Jackpot News. It will have all our information, all our stuff going on, anything you need to know about us to keep up with us. We're not going to show any slot play on that channel, so we shouldn't have any YouTube issues. And so, like I said, hopefully it works out well. Hopefully it was just an overzealous employee at YouTube who did this. But who knows? I don't know. Like I said, very odd. Sunday afternoon, 3:00. Boom. So, like I said, no rhyme or reason to it. We don't know. But that is what we do know. As we do know more information, we'll definitely post it. We immediately posted, the emails that we received from YouTube when it did happen, so that you guys, knew what happened. We have nothing to hide. Haven't done anything shady or illegal that we know of that violates any of their terms. Obviously, just to clear up, some people have mentioned class lawsuits, different things like that. Won't make a difference. Their terms and conditions say that they can suspend, get rid of, shut down a channel, basically anytime they want to at their will. There's, like I said, we have the wherewithal to do a lot of stuff. Suing YouTube would not make any sense. And, when you sign up for a YouTube account, you agree to their terms of service, which basically says, they own you and, they're giving you the privilege to use their platform. So there's not going to be, that wouldn't, pay off at all. Obviously, you can show dead bodies hanging on YouTube and, not get punished too badly, but, God forbid you have a slot channel, it's the end of the world on YouTube. So hopefully they'll do the right thing. Hopefully it was just an error. Seems like a very big error for, the number one and number two slot channel to get shut down in a matter of 24 hours. And have a very jealous number three channel who's been very bitter and, very interesting stuff. Who knows where it will go? Like I said, the good news is because of our lawsuit against Daniel from Vegas Low Roller, we will have a lot of information and we can subpoena a lot of records from YouTube, especially related to the scope of us being shut down because if we think it's him and other stuff. So at least, like I said, not today, but it could be months, could be a year, it could be 5 years, who knows? I will definitely have an answer and know what really took place and, make sure that everybody knows because that's how it should be. And thank you guys all so much for your support. Appreciate it beyond belief. Me, the team, the moderators. There's many times we've thought about quitting, not doing this any longer. Like I said, it started out as a hobby, a fun project. It's become very time consuming and overwhelming at times. I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to give up. We're going to keep moving forward. I even talked with my kids about it if I should give up, and even they said no. They said, they don't whatever. It doesn't look good to instill into your kids to be a quitter ever. So we're not. We will plug away. Like I said, unfortunately, YouTube is the best platform for what we do, and trying to get new, subscribers and followers and to grow. The other platforms don't make a lot of sense. But if that's what it comes to, or Patreon only, and then private play, that's what we'll do, and that's what we're setting ourselves up for. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to the Big Jackpot news channel. It's going to have all our updates, news, information. You'll know exactly where to find us. If you've ever thought about spending $2 or more a month on something that you enjoy watching or doing, this is your opportunity to be part of our Patreon group. I think you will get a lot more than a $2 a month value out of it. Just the entertainment by some of the people posting in there is worth $2 a month. So definitely, like I said, the Patreon money goes to help our crew and stuff. I can tell you right now, 700 Patreons at 2, 5, 10, some at 25, 50, 100, and one at 500. When I gamble in less than 2 minutes to 3 minutes, it doesn't cover much. It helps cover our staff, travel, J money, full-time video editing. We have a normal business. Obviously, Brian and T do other stuff for me. We also have other people on the crew, who do things that you've met some or heard about some. So. Lots of opportunity, lots of things, and I think, like I said, lots of big stuff still to come. Hopefully, everything does get fixed, but I have no clue if it will or what will happen next. Definitely we'll keep loading live videos on Raja Slots every day for you guys, and make sure you obviously check out Brian and Denver's slot channel, and also T-Win Slots. They'll have uploads and live play. Check out all the other slot channels that are in the group. I'm seeing posts like Slot Sharks, High Limit Slots, RG Slots, Lady Luck HQ. Just trying to see a few going by here. Bonsai Yama Review, Holly Does Slots, Texas Slaughter, Sizzling Slot Jackpots. We want to see everybody do well. We're not against Ryan Plays Slots. Peter B, our newest Patreon member, he's in the group today. Alicia W, she's going to rejoin Patreon very soon. She said she really appreciates our live play in our Patreon group, and she wants to subscribe and be a member more times than Peter B has. Don't forget, this Thursday or Friday, we'll be announcing our VIP winner in our Patreon group. Every 6 months, we give away. We don't advertise this on Patreon because Patreon notified us we can't advertise a trip giveaway. But every 6 months, we give away a trip for 2, all expenses paid, to join us on a VIP trip to wherever we're going. So your options will be Vegas. I don't know if you'll make Vegas for this trip on the 19th because it's pretty close. But Reno, you could definitely attend for my birthday weekend. Brian and Denver suggested even the cruise. We do have the cruise in October. It's going to be like the 26th or 27th, somewhere around Halloween week. The cruise, I think we already have like 25, 30 people booked on it. Should have at least 50, 60 people. It's going to be a great time. Had a blast doing it. So definitely check that out. And like I said, appreciate all your guys' support, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Peter B did not win. Can't win 2 times back-to-back. You can only win every other time. So Alicia W couldn't win because she left our Patreon for the 7th time this year. But if she comes back, she's still eligible. So, there he goes. If Alex wins, he'll take Alicia. So there you go, Alicia. So, but thank you guys for all your extra support. Here, I got time for a couple of questions. Anybody has anything, but hopefully I've answered all of them for you guys. If there is anything else I can do. Hello, Raja. You coming to Atlantic City, New Jersey? We are planning to be there at the end of July at Ocean Casino, but we do not know at what capacity we will be and what we will be doing. Michelle loves the slots. WinStar, I want to get down there. I'm going to make a trip down there just to check it out because everybody's talked about it so much. So I definitely will be down there soon. Play/live, thoughts on BC getting suspended too. I had talked to some of BC's people, the sane ones who can have a conversation, on like Dixie Chicks and the budget buffoons and stuff. We thought at first it was something to do with live gambling. It was, I guess, the video of ours that caused this, or supposedly caused it, was from January. Live play. His video that caused it, they said, was his video on Sunday, his normal 10 or 12 minute video with nothing in it. I assume, I don't usually watch his videos, I assume from the videos in the past I've watched, he hasn't started anything with abuse, violence, drugs, or anything like that in his videos that would cause it to be suspended. It's kind of a generic message that they give, and it's unfortunate that YouTube doesn't tell you more information, but no clue what his was. Like I said, we thought it was live related because somebody put out an article saying channels doing live gambling, but I don't. There's no laws against that. I mean, obviously they show live, gambling and poker on TV and other events. So there's definitely nothing illegal about watching gambling live online. So these are all rumors. Somebody did mention the URL being verified. Our URL was verified. I told that earlier. So, lots of speculation. Nobody seems to have a clue. Even if 100 people turned in his video, happened with our 5-hour video when Vegas Low Roller smear campaign against us came out. YouTube is just going to suspend that video. They're not going to suspend your whole entire account, and especially to say that you've had previous problems, or that this problem was so severe in the video. So like I said, me and BC are not very close, but from watching his videos in the past, I would assume he didn't violate abuse, violence, or drugs in his videos. And if he did, it should have warranted a community one strike, not his entire channel being shut down, or our channel being shut down. Like I said, if you do have multiple strikes, that you can get shut down with 3 of them in a 90-day period. But we have had 2 previous strikes. We won both of those appeals, so we didn't have anything else outstanding. And we actually, honestly, on our record, have a clean record. It's kind of like getting a traffic ticket, and if you went to court and beat the traffic ticket, it's not going to be on your record. So we won both appeals, and so it doesn't make any sense. Like I said, also I doubt on a Sunday, at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, YouTube is rolling out new policy change to shut 2 random channels, or shut us down, and Monday morning they pick him. So who knows? Could be a new employee who didn't understand. Could be a runaway employee who's just got carried away. No clue. Lots of speculation. As soon as we have more information, we're going to let you guys know immediately. In the meantime, make sure you've subscribed to Raj's Slots so that you can see our live play and stay up to date with everything. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Big Jackpot news channel for all our latest news, updates, information, weekly update, stuff. That's going to be a very important key channel in the future, is my guess, for you guys to keep up with us, know where we're doing our live play on, whether it's going to be on Patreon, Facebook, on Twitch, what YouTube channel we may be on that night. If YouTube does start playing some kind of, banning games, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Like I said, hopefully in the next 48 hours, we will know. The good news is, usually when you send them an appeal notice back, if they reject your appeal, they respond within minutes. They haven't, so hopefully it's being reviewed by somebody much higher up, and hopefully this was all an error or mistake and can be reversed and fixed quickly. A lot of people have said it's very rare, but it does happen, and they've been fixed. Their channels have been fixed, and like I said, fingers crossed it all works out. Thank you guys all for your support. We couldn't have done it without you, and just appreciate it. You guys, what you do tomorrow night, live play from the Lodge Casino, Blackhawk, Colorado, and our Patreon group pool, about $20,000, I think, in the group pool tomorrow night. And we've been on a winning streak 2 weeks in a row, so let's keep that winning streak going, and it should be lots of fun. Thank you guys for everything, and I'll see everybody tomorrow night, 7 o'clock from the Lodge Casino. Take care.